Hey everyone, it's Daniel Vadnal here for Fitness FAQs. I'm joined by Austin Dunham,
What's up?
also a fellow calisthenics expert and colleague within the YouTube scene.
Of course.
We're going to be bringing you the best way to start calisthenics, the best exercise that you should be doing to start your journey and master your body.
Let's go.
With calisthenics, as a beginner, you'll want to master the dip to improve the strength in your shoulders, tricep, and also chest. The dip with a band is a great way to build strength as a beginner if it's done properly. So the way that I recommend doing this with a band, the most important thing is pausing at the bottom position. The reason why we want to do this is if we don't pause, the band is going to give too much assistance and recoil up through the movement, so it's going to be giving too much assistance. That is something I really want you to pay attention to. If you apply that, your dip strength is going to improve really quickly, and in no time, you won't be needing that band. Austin's going to set up for it. The amount of tension that you have in the band is determined by your level of strength and also the color and thickness of the band, so you have to play around with that one. It's going to set up here, nice and tall, down, pause for 1 second, back up. So now, of course, the band is giving Austin assistance here, but it's not giving too much. So he's still having to do a lot of muscular work himself. Pause, back up. So he's using a full range of motion. What does that mean? Going down to 90 degrees, arms straight at the top. For those of you that are looking to get better at your pull-ups, perhaps get your first rep or increase the amount of reps that you can do, you should really spend your time doing pull-up eccentrics. I love doing these because we're practicing the exact exercise we want, except in reverse. I find this much more beneficial than just doing band pull-ups because, put simply, it's much harder to do pull-up eccentrics, and I find that the strength transfer from doing these is going to get you your first rep and increase your pull-up reps much faster. Now with this, when we're doing these, as the name suggests, it's an eccentric. We're only doing the lowering phase of the exercise. So Austin's going to jump to the top and he's going to lower down, taking about 8 seconds. Slow, controlled, all the way to a scapular engaged hang, engage, and then relax. Now he's going to jump up again, straight away. Good. And we're going to repeat this for reps. We're not just doing one. We're training in the same way that we would if we wanted to get stronger. Multiple reps are very important. Go one more. Good. Multiple reps to build that volume, increase strength through the range of motion that we want, and develop the muscles that are responsible for pull-up strength. Now, everyone's objective when they start calisthenics should be to master the push-up. A lot of people think they can do push-ups properly, but actually lack the strength and body control to do them properly. What I mean by that, how many times have you seen people going on the floor, doing push-ups, flaring the elbows, not using a full range of motion? These are the people that need to drop the ego, especially as beginners, and do an exercise like an incline push-up. Yep. This one allows you to use a full range of motion, perfect technique, and the beauty of this is it's scalable. If you're a complete beginner, you'll be doing the push-ups with your hands quite high. As you get more advanced, naturally you want to get closer towards the floor. You can lower the height that your hands are placed. So you're starting at an incline, gradually going down closer, with your end goal being on the floor. Technique-wise, hands shoulder width apart or slightly wider. Same as before with the bodyweight row, we want that full body tension. So Austin's going to stay rigid in the exercise. From here, he's tucking the elbows in, chest down towards the bar every single time, elbows straight. Quite simple, but in practice, we really want to keep those elbows tucked in. We want to avoid the elbows from being flared out. That way, you can progress down towards the floor, so that when you do go to the floor, you'll be using perfect technique and you won't be flaring out and having potential shoulder injuries with that type of technique. And we really want to ingrain good habits with those elbows in, because that's what we're looking to do on advanced movements after you're no longer a beginner with calisthenics. The next exercise that is very important for beginners is the bodyweight row, aka the Australian row, very appropriately named, mind you. is great for back development, arm development, specifically for pulling strength. So if you're struggling with your pull-ups, this is an exercise that you should absolutely master. Austin's going to set up with his hands shoulder width apart, and he's going to get into a rigid body shape, forming the same tension that you'd have in a plank. So we can see here his glutes are engaged, got his abs on as well, very rigid in this position. He's going to row up until the bar touches the chest. That's a full range of motion. Arms are locked at the bottom. Go a few more for me. As he's pulling up, he's retracting his scapula, really engaging that. Do one more. Great, coming back down. So consistent form with range of motion to the chest every single time. He's engaging his back on every single rep. He's not just mindlessly going through the exercise, which is great. As a beginner, that attention to detail is going to separate you from someone who gets fast results from someone who is really slow with their progress and doesn't get the results that they want. Now, as beginners looking to get into calisthenics, the handstand is one of the iconic moves that you'll want to learn because it gives you a base to work more advanced skills later on. But of course, there's so many elements to a handstand. You need to develop the strength, the balance, the coordination. We're going to start at the beginning with an exercise called the pike handstand. This is going to give you confidence going upside down. It's going to build some overhead strength, and it's great preparation for your handstand journey to come. Yep. So in terms of this one, Austin's going to set up in a push-up position, hands shoulder width apart, feet on the box. Now before he does anything, his feet stay in the same spot the whole time. He's just going to walk his hands back towards him. In this position here, we're looking for the hips to be stacked over the shoulders. Now I want you to push tall, good. And with your eyes looking between your hands. During this exercise, you want to have the elbows completely straight the whole time, trying to shrug up just like you would in a handstand. And we'd be holding this exercise for time to build endurance, stability, and strength overhead. When you're ready, walk the hands out, and you can come out of the position. Perfect. Like that. It's a hard exercise even if you have advanced strength like Austin. So beginners, this will definitely be a good starting point for you. There you go everyone. Those are the main exercises I recommend for beginners who are looking to start calisthenics. Now, if you're looking to have a plan that shows you everything A to Z, all the progressions, how many sets, reps, and workouts that you should be doing as a beginner, go to fitnessfaqs.com to start your journey. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next video.